The tennis world is buzzing, and the stakes have never been higher. World number one Jannik Sinner has just broken his silence on the shocking news that has rocked the sport to its core. He calls it a very sad moment for everyone who loves the game as the path to glory opens wide at Roland Garros.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The golden boy of tennis, Carlos Alcaraz, is officially out of the French Open. A lingering wrist injury has forced the superstar to withdraw from the tournament, effectively ending his quest for a historic three-peat. This is a massive blow for the Spaniard, who will now miss the entire clay court swing to focus on a recovery that will hopefully see him back to his best. Why are Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz so impossible to beat? Daniil Medvedev is finally pulling back the curtain on the dominance of the two young guns. He admits the gap between them and the rest of the field is enormous, and explains exactly why their relentless consistency and evolving skill sets have left his own generation in the dust. With the draw wide open, all eyes are now on Jannik Sinner as he prepares to face the rising talent Elmer Moller at the Mutua Madrid Open. The world number one knows he cannot afford any slip-ups in this high-pressure matchup on the road to the title. For all the latest updates and live coverage of the biggest matches on tour, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Imagine reaching the pinnacle of your sport, only to look over your shoulder and find your greatest rival missing from the biggest stage of all. It's a gut-wrenching reality we're facing as world number one Jannik Sinner addresses the news that Carlos Alcaraz will be sidelined for the French Open. Sinner didn't mince words, calling it a genuine blow for the entire tennis world. Let's be honest, the rivalry between these two has been the heartbeat of the tour lately. The way they push each other to the absolute limit is why we tune in. When someone of Alcaraz's caliber drops out, the tournament loses that electric spark, that undeniable clash of the Titan's energy that keeps us on the edge of our seats. It's a stark reminder that even the most elite athletes are just one awkward step away from having their season derailed. So, what does this mean for the draw? Does it pave an easier road for Sinner, or does it shift the pressure entirely onto his shoulders? I want to hear your take. Drop a comment below and let me know if you think we'll see an upset, or if Sinner is now the inevitable favorite. At the end of the day, tennis is better when its stars are healthy, but the game, as they say, must go on. The dream of a historic French Open three-peat has just been shattered. If you've been following the tennis season, you know how much Carlos Alcaraz dominates on clay. But today, we've received the gut-wrenching news that the world number two is officially withdrawing from Roland Garros. It's a massive blow, not just for his fans, but for the sport as a whole. It all started back in Barcelona earlier this month. What initially seemed like a minor wrist issue quickly spiraled, forcing him out of that tournament. After more scans, the reality became clear. The injury was far more serious than they hoped. Following a withdrawal from Madrid, Alcaraz has now confirmed he's skipping Rome as well. In his own words, it's a moment to be cautious. He's putting his long-term career ahead of the immediate glory of a major title. He called it a difficult time, but he's already promising that he'll come back stronger. Let's put this into perspective. Alcaraz was on a mission to secure his third straight title in Paris. Last year, we watched him deliver an absolute masterclass against Jannik Sinner in a 5-hour, 29-minute thriller. That match was the definition of tennis at its peak. Now, with Alcaraz out, the door is wide open for Sinner to make his own history and chase a career grand slam. Sinner, ever the class act, admitted that tennis just isn't the same without his greatest rival on the court, wishing him a speedy recovery during his own post-match interview in Madrid. It's a tough break, but the grit that got Alcaraz to the top is the same grit that will get him through this rehab. Now, the big question is, can Sinner capitalize on this absence, or does the French Open lose some of its magic without the reigning champ? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the twists and turns of this season. Sometimes, the most important victory isn't the one you win on the court, but the one you win in recovery. Is men's tennis witnessing a changing of the guard, or have we just found the new immortals? Everyone is talking about Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner, and for good reason. They aren't just winning, they are monopolizing the sport. With 9 of the last 9 Grand Slams in their trophy cabinets, they have effectively locked the gate on the rest of the tour. But what is it about these two that makes them so untouchable? Daniil Medvedev, the man who knows the pain of facing them all too well, finally pulled back the curtain on why he and his peers are struggling to keep up. It is not just raw talent. Medvedev points to their terrifying consistency. While other players, including himself, deal with massive performance swings, Alcaraz and Sinner have a floor that is incredibly high. When they play badly, they are still better than everyone else. That is the hallmark of a champion. But it is not just about mental grit. It is about obsessive evolution. Look at Sinner, who completely retooled his service motion after a disappointing US Open showing, or Alcaraz, who keeps layering new tactical wrinkles into his game. They are constantly moving targets. Medvedev openly admits that when you play them, you are dealing with a complete repertoire of shots where every weapon is sharpened to a point. He even addresses the elephant in the room, the so-called lost generation. While critics label them a disappointment for failing to dominate like the Big Three, Medvedev puts it bluntly. They were simply up against the greatest players to ever hold a racket. Today, the 2000s-born stars are doing the exact same thing to the field. But does this mean the era of parity is dead, or will someone eventually crack the code? Drop a comment below, and let me know if you think anyone can stop the Sinner-Alcaraz duopoly. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives into the game. In a sport defined by legends, it is clear that we are currently living in the age of the new masters. Is the king of the court about to face an upset in Madrid? With Carlos Alcaraz out of the mix, the spotlight is burning brighter than ever on world number 1 Jannik Sinner. But if his shaky 3-set battle against Benjamin Bonzi taught us anything, it's that being the favorite doesn't mean you're safe. Now, Sinner faces a mysterious new hurdle in the 3rd round of the 2026 Mutua Madrid Open, the surging young Dane, Elmer Moller. This is a total wildcard matchup. They've never met on the ATP Tour before, and in tennis, the unknown is often the most dangerous opponent. So, when and how can you catch all the action? Mark your calendars for this Sunday, April 26th. The clash is set for the iconic Manolo Santana court, with a start time no earlier than 4:00 p.m. local time. If you're in Spain, you've got options. Catch the broadcast on Movistar Plus or tune into the free-to-air coverage on Teledeport and RTVE. For the global audience, the official streaming partner is Bet365. Simply register and keep a funded account to unlock access to their live section, where you can stream the match directly to your phone, tablet, or PC without needing to place a single bet. You can also stream the action via Tennis TV if you're a subscriber. Will Sinner find his rhythm early, or will the young gun from Denmark pull off the shock of the tournament? Grab your front row seat to find out. If you enjoyed this update, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think Moller has what it takes to send the world number 1 packing, or is Sinner just warming up? Thanks for watching, and enjoy the match.